Good morning. May it please the court, President Judge Del Ricci, honorable judges of the court, county officials, colleagues, family, guests. It's my honor to present this memorial minute about Frank Bartle. He was my great friend and partner of 43 years. Over the years, I've attended a lot of memorial services and have heard excellent oratory and heartfelt feelings expressed by many lawyers. When I was a newly minted lawyer, it was so far removed from my experience to listen to respected and seemingly invincible older lawyers extol the loss of a friend or a partner. Now, almost 50 years later, it's my turn, and it hurts like hell. The last thing Frank would want is for me to get lengthy and sentimental about him in front of a lot of people. He wasn't that way at all. Frank was a Lansdale boy, born and bred. He went to school here and came from an athletic family of 4 brothers. 3, including Frank, were competitive swimmers. Frank was so immersed in the water that even as a change of pace from team competition, he coached swimming, he played water polo, and he lifeguarded. He may have done all 4 at once in his multitasking. He was awarded an athletic scholarship at the University of Maryland, and then he went to Dickinson Law. I got to know him this way. Cheryl, my future and present wife, knew Frank from high school and saw him at the local hangout just before his graduation from law school. He was looking for a job in the area, and Cheryl suggested Frank call me. He did, and that was in 1977. Jack Dooley joined us a year later, and like all of you, we worked long and hard, played hard, raised families. 40 years goes by really fast. Competition embodied Frank. I never saw anything like it as how he'd prepare, he'd analyze, and he'd focus. Once I asked him how he could sit in the same chair, in the same position, for 8 hours at a time. He said it was just like swimming laps. You just did it. You know, before wives and kids, we'd go out after work for a lot of years to restaurants, bars, and other local places. Without fail, he'd see people he knew from school, or from swimming, or from the playground, and they'd ask, and he'd tell at great length what was doing with him, his mom, his 3 brothers, and their families. At the end, and even during the middle, I'd be crazy, hungry, or tired, but the next day, one of those people would call or send in a client. Rarely failed, worked like a charm, and that's how we built our practice. Frank was a natural for politics and the municipal law that went with it. He knew, or he got to know, so many people and represented many municipalities, including his home borough and his school district. He loved and was addicted to the work. He was a staunch Republican, proud of it, and led that party in this county for 14 years. Frank was a bottom line guy and always laid out a path on how to get there. He didn't dwell on the past, rather he accepted the present. His mantra was fix a bad situation, learn from it so as not to repeat it, and keep moving forward. Outside of the office, he was a man of varied interest: sports, music, and most of all, his family. Illustrious Kathy, his terrific 3 kids, Tara, Tori, and Frankie, and of course, his grandson, Cole. We and our wives sat right in this room, listening to music on so many nights, talking about everything: the office, our lives, our kids, our trips. That's the way it was. Frank was quick-witted, upbeat, and downright funny. He was a man of unquestionable support and loyalty to those around him. I'll never know anyone like him again. Judge Del Ricci, I respectfully move that this memorial minute be transcribed and made part of the record of the court and the record of our excellent Bar Association, and that a copy be forwarded to Frank's family. Thank you.